10-minute walk, you come back, the temperature is actually going to be perfect for when you get back, because you don't want your coffee at boiling temperature, you want it just below. So it'd be a perfect time for you to flick on a kettle, go for a quick 10-minute walk around the block, come back. What's cracking, guys? Tyson the Trainer here, back with another video. Today we are talking about another chapter from my ebook, and this is about sneaky NEAT activity that you can be doing during the day to help you burn more calories. So let's get straight into it. I don't want to be mucking around. I want to give you the information that you can start using today, right now, after this video. So when it comes to NEAT activity, what I talk about that means non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That pretty much means all the time you're not in the gym. When you're sleeping, when you're moving around, when you're taking your kids to work, when you're making a coffee, when you're running up the stairs to catch the train, all of those things are known as NEAT activity, and they contribute to a large part of our day, and we don't realize it. Because what you don't realize is when you're not exercising for that 1 hour a day, you've got the other 23 hours a day where you're still burning calories. And so if you focus on those extra hours where you're not in the gym, and you can try and increase the amount of calorie burn you're having, then you're going to get much quicker results. You're going to be able to maintain results faster. And the biggest thing is that you can do this at little increments during the day to add up to a really big change. Which means at the end of the day, if you move more, if you're more active, if you've got high NEAT activity, that means that you are going to be able to figure out, okay, well then I can actually eat more food than what I'm used to. And who doesn't love more food, right? So let's talk about the first thing when it comes to NEAT activity. When you want to start increasing your NEAT activity, first of all, you need to be aware of how much activity you do during the day. And that's where fitness trackers come in. So as you guys can see, I've got a ring at the moment, but you can get your wristwatch, you've got a Fitbit, you've got all those things now that do the tracking of the movement, and you need to be able to see how many steps on average you're doing a day. So let's say on average you're doing 5,000 to 6,000 steps. Well, you want to be able to bump that up to about 10,000 steps a day minimum. That way you can increase, like when you're increasing the amount of steps you're doing, you're increasing the amount of calorie burn too. Is this a huge amount? No, but it's on the right path to getting you towards where you want to go. So having a step tracker, it could be a pedometer you put on the side, it could be one of the Fitbits, it could be something more fancy like an Oura Ring, it could be a fitness watch, whatever it is. It could even be on your phone. You've actually got a little pedometer in your health app on your iPhone, but make sure that you're tracking how many steps you're doing during the day, because the first thing, like I always say, what gets measured gets managed. So when you start measuring how many steps you're doing during the day, then you can look to increase it. So how do we start increasing it? Well, let's start about the simplest thing is by the first time, as soon as you wake up in the morning, go for a morning walk. Get up, go for a fasted walk, which means you don't eat anything, you don't drink anything except for water, and you go for a walk for 10, 20, 30 minutes. Every time you can add in that little bit of extra movement during the day, you're going to be increasing the amount of calories you're burning. And doing it in the morning, first things first, even if you go and do your light cardio in the morning, that's a type of NEAT activity, right? But the more you can get yourself active during the day, the more you're going to be burning more calories like I'm talking about. So a morning walk, first thing, as soon as you wake up, you feel groggy, you feel tired, what you can actually do is why not put your kettle on while you're waiting for a coffee, go for a quick walk and then come back and have your coffee, right? So you put the kettle on, go for a 10-minute walk, you come back, the temperature is actually going to be perfect for when you get back, because you don't want your coffee at boiling temperature, you want it just below. So it'd be a perfect time for you to flick on a kettle, go for a quick 10-minute walk around the block, come back and your coffee's waiting there for you. It's a perfect way to start off your morning and get that NEAT activity. The second thing is your breaks at lunch. So let's say on average you get 30 minutes to an hour for lunch, right? Well, it only takes you about 20 to 15, 20, 25 minutes to eat food. Now let's be serious, you probably eat food quicker than that like I do, because you'd like to eat really fast. So in the other time that you've got the spare time for lunch, go for a walk. Get outside. Look how beautiful it is out here right now. I've got a 45-minute break between clients, which was like, you know what, I'm going to jump on, I'm going to do some videos, but you do whatever you can in that meantime to get up and be active. Go for a walk. There are classes on during the middle of the day. Go and try and do that little bit of NEAT activity that you can do while you've got the spare time, because a lot of people say they don't have enough time, but then you've got to look at where you're squandering it too. You can go for a walk outside while you're on your iPhone, checking your Facebook updates. You can still do everything you usually do, but just walk outside. It's so much more beneficial, and you're going to be increasing that NEAT activity like I'm saying. Third thing is that you can have a timer on your computer, right? So every 25 to 30 minutes, stand up and do some push-ups. Stand up and go for a walk around the office. Stand up and go and do something. Just a quick, literally a quick 30 seconds and then get back down. If you're doing let's say a 5-minute walk every hour, okay? And you work for 8 hours. That's 14 minutes of walking you've just accumulated extra in your day just by doing a quick 5-minute walk once on the hour, right? So every 55 minutes, you have a timer on your phone, oh, I'm getting up, I'm going for a quick walk. Come back and bang, straight back into your job. So if you've got an extra 40 minutes of neat activity that adds up, it adds up very, very quickly. And like you say, you don't even think about it because it's just little short time blocks that you're blocking out. So it's a quick top 5-minute thing. You get up, you go for a walk, maybe you go to the bathroom, do some body weight exercises, do whatever you got to do. Then you get back to your desk and you get straight back into it. Because what we want to associate with neat activity is that we don't have to focus on consciously going to do it, because the easier it is for you to do, the easier it's going to be for you to be able to stick to in the future too. So doing the neat activity with the timer is a really, really good important thing. Now, before I go any further, I just want to let you guys know that I do have the free, I do have my book coming out soon, so I want you to pick up a free chapter. Now, this is all about goal setting, and it's a perfect time because Christmas is coming, New Year's is coming, you want to get that body, and I talk to you exactly how to set a 12-week goal coming into the new year. So click on the link below to get your free chapter now. Now, let's keep going. What about on the weekends? What can you do to increase your neat activity? Well, first thing, like I talk about when it comes to meal preparation, what you can actually do is you go to walk and get your groceries. Every single Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning, I will strap on a backpack, take my carry bags, my green bags with me, walk down to the grocery store, which is 10 minutes away, do all my grocery shopping, and then carry it all the way back home. Now, this burns a lot of extra calories because you're carrying all of that weight on the way back. You're moving your body. It takes you 10 minutes to walk down there, it takes you about 15, 20 minutes to do your shopping, 10 minutes to come back. That's only an hour of extra cardio that you don't even think about doing, plus you've got to carry all that weight back. And it's a really, really good way just to get in that extra little bit of movement that you would usually drive down to the shops, put it all in your car, come back home. Make yourself work that little bit harder on the weekend. And another really good tip is while you're waiting for, I've got a train station behind me, so while you're waiting for the train, while you're waiting for the bus, if you are waiting for any of those things and you've got some free time, instead of just saying, oh, I'm going to sit down and wait for another 10 to 15 minutes till the bus comes, why not walk to the next bus stop? Because you've got plenty of time. If you've got 15 minutes, you've got plenty of time to get to that next bus stop before the bus comes. So it doesn't mean you're going to miss the bus. Plus, what it's going to mean is you're getting in those extra steps. Because like I said, whenever you can have the opportunity to move that little bit more, it's going to be so much more beneficial for you. And this is why we look at the neat exercise, right? So you look at doing things like taking the stairs whenever you can, instead of just taking the escalator. You look at always trying to add in that little bit of extra movement wherever you can. Like whenever someone's like, let's drive there. If it's less than like 20 minutes away and you can walk, why not walk? Take your groceries. Do all those things that are going to add up over time. They're going to be more beneficial for you, and they don't take a lot of time. And it's really, really simple applications, but we don't think about it because we always like humans, let's be honest, we're lazy. We like to sit down, we like to slack around, but when you can get up and add in that extra movement, it's gonna make weight loss so much more easier for you because it's adding up over time. It may not seem like, 120 steps here, 120 steps there, 500 steps here, 500 steps there. It might not seem like a lot, but that does accumulate over time, especially like I said, 5 minutes on every hour, that's an extra 40 minutes of walking you're doing during the day. And I want to share with you one powerful tip that I do every single day. After every meal I eat, I'll go and do a 10-minute walk, right? So after breakfast, go and do a 10-minute walk. Lunch, 10-minute walk. I only eat twice a day, right? I break my fast at 11 a.m. and then I have my lunch at 4 p.m. But as soon as I have those 2 meals, I go for a 10-minute walk. Why? Number one is because it helps digestion. Number two, because it helps me get in a little bit of sneaky extra neat activity that's going to allow me to burn those extra calories too. Plus it helps with digestion, it gets things moving. And then while I'm walking, I'll be texting on my phone, I'll be doing my social media, I'll be doing everything else that I usually do, but it's just getting up consciously, taking the time to go for a little bit of an extra walk and focus on trying to get in those extra steps. Because at the end of the day, I'm still trying to maintain my health and fitness, and I want to get in all that sneaky exercise I can when I'm not even having to think about it. Alright guys, so let's go over these steps again really, really quickly that you can implement. So get up and go for a morning walk. Set a timer on every 55 minutes for you to go to a 5-minute walk during your lunchtime. Take the stairs, not the escalators. Walk when you're waiting for the buses and all those type of things. Just take some extra steps. Whenever you have your lunch and your meals, go for a walk after then and do some social media. And I promise you, when you start looking at those extra sneaky ways, Also, don't forget, make sure that you go for your grocery shopping, walk down and get groceries. And I promise you, if you start doing those things, you're going to be able to burn more calories during the day, and it's going to make fat loss that little bit easier. So that's just the chapter from my book. If you want another free chapter on goal setting for the new year, make sure to click on the link below, and I'll speak to you guys on the next episode.